Rolling.
We have to get the clap.
We're getting the claps done.
So
I missed it.
so it's fine. It's recording, right? That's all we want to
Yeah.
make sure.
So hello everyone, welcome to our podcast about about Indians in Denmark or in
Yes.
general. We are two students who came here almost 3 years ago. It has been
Long time.
we have both completed our masters and in the job seeking stage now, and we are making this podcast to supply or even give out more information and just discuss about our experiences so far here in Denmark. What do you have to say about it?
It's nothing. It's nice to be here as his first guest on this podcast.
He's also the first person that I met here in Denmark, so
Yes.
of course we had to do this together at one point.
Yes, true that. And we have been together since he landed. I came just one day before he arrived to Denmark,
Yeah.
and since then he has been behind me and he's always been with me.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So from that we come to our first question. What was the first experience like when you landed? How did you feel when you came here?
It was very different for me because I traveled to Denmark from Dubai,
Mm-hmm.
and Dubai, as you know, is like completely desert place, and you're always used to sitting inside. There is ACs everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
but still there is a lot of humidity and there is a lot of lot of heat and direct sunlight in Dubai. So first when I came in, as you know, we came here in January,
Yeah.
and that is like the peak time of Danish winter.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I landed, I thought that it wouldn't be so cold, but
Yeah.
then as soon as I got out of the aeroplane
Mhm.
and we entered the bridge, and it was the open, I felt Denmark environment for the first time. The climate, it was just like so dry for me. I was like, come on, is this true? And I hadn't even packed like a jacket or something at that time. I had just come with a like a hoodie, because traveling from Dubai, I didn't think much of it. But when I landed, oh my god, it hit me in the face, the climate. But I would say you get used to it.
Yeah.
Living here for so long, I think so. It took me around like 2-3 weeks to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't snow as much in Denmark, I would say.
Yeah,
I
as
thought
comparatively, I
as
thought it-
comparatively as what we see generally in movies and stuff like that. In Scandinavia, it's all frozen. It's always frozen. But it didn't snow much as long as I've been here. But so that's a nice culture change. There's a culture change as well as climate change as well. So yeah, it was very different coming to Denmark from Dubai, especially. I don't know about you. You met me, so your environment will be
For
much better,
me,
I guess.
that is the funniest story. Like, while my parents came to drop me at the Nagpur airport, and from there I went to Delhi. And in that entire travel time, I was feeling this, I don't know, longing. Even before coming here, I was like, oh, this is my first time actually coming to Denmark. This is the first time out of India.
Yeah.
So it was a really new experience for me, and I was like, how would I feel? And this guy actually made me feel really, really close to home, because when I landed, he was like I got, someone else was supposed to
Pick up
my
the
key
keys,
for
yeah.
me, and this guy actually picked it up, and I land, and I get a call from this guy saying, hello, how are you? Have you landed? And with such a, and in our, we both speak the same mother tongue. So in our mother tongue, he said this, and I was like, fuck. Like, even though I'm here in Denmark, I have found someone right away as I have landed who speak the same language as me, and well, it's always good to have someone like that. And then from there till coming to the campus dorms, I took a taxi, and even the taxi driver, he spoke Urdu, so that was really easy for me to. The only thing which hit me hard was the weather, because as soon as I got out of the airport, it was raining / snowing, because we came.
That's the worst. Come on, that's the worst.
I think so. We came at January 18th,
Yes.
and I landed here on 19th.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a crazy experience. And how was your first week?
I mean, there's a lot of things that you need to get used to, because even I hadn't lived outside on my own before.
Mm-hmm.
In our bachelor's, of course, I did my bachelor's in India. So we used to have all these mess food, and you get to have food. But over here, you have to think about everything: your finances, your food, how you spend your time, what you do in your spare time, everything. You have to figure out the courses, the campus, you have to go around the campus looking for stuff, even basic necessities like Netto. I didn't know where Netto was.
Yeah.
So the first day it took me like around half an hour time to just walked around. I just walked around aimlessly at first, looking at the campus. And then I found my way to Netto finally, bought some groceries.
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing is, even getting groceries in Denmark is very, I will not say hard, but it's tricky because you don't know the Danish names for certain products. Of course, sometimes they write it in English, but then most probably the cheap ones, which are the local brands, they have everything in Danish, and it was a bit of a struggle to get used to the Danish grocery market at first.
Yeah.
But eventually, as we went on more and more grocery trips and we went outside, we had all our stuff done, our CPRs, getting registered, going to international house and getting our identity cards. So then it started feeling like home, of course, because you need people, of course, that you know that you can trust on after you come here. It's a very scary place otherwise if you come here alone. And as soon as I read this guy's name, and he's like from the same place, almost very close to my place in India, I was like, we need to make this happen, and I need to welcome him properly. Even I have just 1 day of extra experience in Denmark, I'm gonna be like, I will show you everything, man. Don't worry about it. And then since then it's been the same.
I have a really, really funny incident to share. Is the day I landed, I kept my stuff. It was cold. This guy showed me to my room, and it's funny how now Denmark's, like Copenhagen in general, seems so small, but at that time we were walking like 30,000 steps a day. We were just walking everywhere, exploring things, and there was a lot of construction going on at the campus as well, so we had to walk around places and stuff. So the moment I dropped stuff back at my room, he asked me like, do you want to go to this supermarket, Netto? And I was like, yeah, why not? We went and we got like groceries right on the first day. And like, I didn't cook that much. I had some food back from home, but like my fridge has been stuffed from the first day here.
That's a good thing to have, actually.
Yeah,
that's a good problem to have.
Apart from that, the first week in general was, I think so, the intro week, which we have here is, I think so, DTU does a really good job of assimilating kids into the environment here.
Yes.
I found my experience to be really nice. My buddy Laura showed me around a lot of places. The campus introduction and then to the city was really nice.
I think it's also due to the fact that compared to other universities, I think so DTU gets a lot of international kids as well.
Yes.
And they are now pitching it as a like a global destination, because even when I planned to come to DTU, there weren't many people who knew about Denmark as a place to go and study your masters.
Yes.
So many of my friends used to be like, okay, where is Denmark? They knew it was somewhere in Scandinavia, but they were like not very sure about, okay, how's the place like, because you're always scared of the unknown.
Yes.
Once if you don't know some place or some country, you never know. And most of the news comes out, it's majorly the news sites they pick up, it's all negative news or something that has gone wrong. So we get to know that first. But we don't get to know about the good things that a place has. So coming to Denmark was a personal choice, and I really lucked out with the decision, I would say. Coming here and finishing up my masters and seeing all the wonderful people here and so welcoming. So I think so due to that, I think so the intro week has been a like a tradition, as a big long-standing tradition in which people get to know each other. You get your first set of proper friends, I guess, during the intro week, because I guess so we had like groups.
We meet like 15,000 people in a day.
Yeah. But we have our own group around like 15-20 along with a buddy, and they are the ones who are actually guiding us and going through the paces, because there are tons of things that you don't know, even as basic as even when some of the major problem that I had was that I didn't carry a forex card with me, so I had only cash with me. So how do I navigate that? And we had in the interview, we had our first kind of say fair, I think, or something like that. We had the different clubs coming in, and they showed us about all the different
PF, and even the sports games.
Exactly, for sports, the sporting teams and all those things. And over there, I actually found out that there is a bank that does this specially, that if you have a student, if you're a student and you proved it to them, then they will give you a bank account very soon.
I think so it comes within a week.
Within a week. So even that was a scary thing, because you have money, but how do you spend it, and where do you spend it, and how do you do it?
And Denmark is very cashless.
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Yeah, I feel this is a place, like we have gone to a lot of countries in Europe as well, but a lot of countries still prefer cash, but Denmark has gone almost cashless with mobile pay, or a lot of people just use the cards on their
Yes,
phone
on
or
the
just
phones,
cards
yes.
in general?
Definitely, I think so. That's a great thing because when I was using cash, let me tell you, it was not a pretty scene because
Right.
they used to in Denmark they have these sub ores like the Danish krone has like 100 ore and then
Mhm.
there was these 50 ore coins, there were 20 ore coins, there were
Yes.
5 ore coins, there were 2 ore coins.
It's similar
I
to
was
our
like,
paisa
yeah,
system.
like paisa system.
Yeah.
But even though the coins they just pile up, come on.
Yeah.
And I used to go to like Netto and buy like whenever I hit certain point, if I have like 50 krones in
Yeah.
coins, then you just go to Netto and just buy some groceries that amount to 50 krones
Mhm.
and just put all the coins over there. I just used to do that. So going cashless was really good for me. And
Yeah.
in Denmark, I think so. Yeah, most of the it's nice that they embrace the digital life because even our everything from our digital ID and all our
Yes,
cards,
and it is
everything
very
you can do on.
seamless.
It's very seamless and it's very easy to always carry around and not worry about losing
Yeah.
it. And if you in some place if you can't produce, you're not able to produce it, you can always go on your phone and check it out. There are online apps for everything and you can authorize all your transactions on your phone, I think so. So that's a great thing.
Exactly.
Especially when we went to Germany, I think so. That was a time where we saw the cash
Yes.
come into
So
play.
many people,
So
oh my
many.
God.
Oh my god. And
Like,
they used to carry so
At
much
a
stuff.
main station at an ice cream shop, they were asking for cash, and we're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we don't have it."
And I think so. The waiters also, you see the waiters carrying around
Yes,
the whole
yes.
bags of coins that they have to carry
Yes,
just to
yes,
make
yes.
sure that it's just 0.75 euro
Yes.
and all those things. Yeah.
Coming to topic of study,
Yeah.
how have you find studying here so far? Like,
Oh my God.
since we have completed,
Yeah.
we can be the best judge.
Yes. True that. I think so. I would say like the Danish model or the Danish way, as they say it, it's very peculiar
Mhm.
to this region, in Scandinavia at least, I would say. But I think so it's completely different from what we are experienced in South Asian countries such as India, Indonesia, Maldives, and all those countries where people come from.
Yeah.
And studying over here has been a challenge in the first semester, I would say,
Mhm.
because you never get the choice to have your own courses. Even while my bachelor's, we had a strict curriculum,
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
we used to just follow our teachers whatever they used to say
Mhm.
blindly. But over here, it's you are putting in the work. You are
Mhm.
putting in your research to what courses you want, what you
Yes.
actually align your goals with, and what you want yourself from your master's degree.
Mhm.
It's not just that they will tell you, okay, we'll teach you this, you'll get this, and because I would say like studying here for 2 years and then coming out and then now looking for a job, the industry is changing at such a rapid pace due to
Yes.
technology that you never know what skills might go out of out of the zone, out of the
Demand.
out of demand. Yes, basically. So of course you need to have your courses. You choose your courses. The first semester it's very different that you never know what courses will work out, what courses will not work out. There is this we used to have this online tool that used to show us that the acceptance rate for courses and like what's the average grade for the last course, and then if you're really into that, getting a 12 or a 10.
Yeah.
Even the grading system was a bit bit of a different way because they have this 7-step grading scale over here, and it's very difficult to have the highest mark, I would say,
Mhm.
possible. So everyone just is into that 7 and 10 zone. So basically it's -3, 0, 2, 4, 7, 10, 12. So it's like that.
It is a really weird
Yeah,
scale. 7-step
Yes.
grading scale. Yes.
So either you're if it's 7, it's you're on par, it's
Yeah.
4 directly, or it's 10. So
Yeah.
most of the students go into that range, I think so, majorly. And if you want to be really awesome and really, study for it, then you get a 12, I think so.
Yeah, this is not a good advice. Which thing I'm gonna say is basically what I used to do is I used to go to the courses and see the last year's grade, and if the professor has not given good grades to the students, I was like, okay, I will think about this course. This is not a good advice.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It's about showing off in your resume also, in your grade sheet. If you need like better grades, then if you're looking for better grades, then go for
But
better
I think
grades.
so here people do not care about
I mean,
grades.
yeah,
That is
true,
a
true,
really
that's
nice
true,
thing.
yes.
And later on I realized, and nothing is concrete. So in the first semester when I came, I did chemical engineering, by the way, and this guy, since we have not said it, this
Yes.
guy has done.
Electronics and
Exactly.
communication.
And in chemical engineering, there are different streams that you can pursue. So in the first semester when I came, I was pursuing process engineering. But I think so it was mid-time
Yeah.
during my second semester that I realized that I'm more interested like in fermentation-based manufacturing, and that's where we don't have lights.
This is outtake.
Yeah,
When there is power.
outtake.
Yes.
Okay, So basically, I was saying that
Change your
it has a
study
lot
life.
of freedom.
Yeah, true.
Like we get a lot of freedom here to do things, like choose our own courses by ourselves, and it is very chill. I
Yeah.
think so in that way.
And I think so it's also a great thing that they allow for so many special courses that you can take.
Yes.
Because you can just approach any professor you want with a topic that you're really
Yeah.
interested in, and you can just give him a
Yeah.
like a what you say, like a plan
Yes.
of how I want my special course to
Yeah.
be like, and of course he can approve it, and you can even like fill up your timetable
Yes.
with special courses if you want to. If
Mhm.
you want to, if you don't want to take even a single course, just your mandatory ones that are there in your study line, and just go for special courses. Even that's completely fine at D2,
Yeah.
and that's a very nice thing that I think so they have
Mhm.
here. Especially, I have never seen even like teachers being so interested in like
Yes.
taking courses and asking that, okay, if you want to go further into this, if we can also have like a special course, and they also approach you. It's not just you, so you have every backing that you get from teachers, from your peers, from your seniors. You just have to go for it and make sure that whatever you want to achieve out of your goals that you have set for your degree,
Yes.
that you hit them basically.
Yeah, I like that DTU really promotes even entrepreneurship. Like there are many courses that promote you and push you towards like making your own startup, like pursuing your own ideas. I really feel that's a nice idea where the DTU puts you out there and pushes you to your limits, where you can actually work on something that you have always wanted to. And the thing is, they always promote, like I have heard this from so many people, that if you're doing something for your own idea, you're starting a new venture like a startup, it doesn't have to succeed, and here you have someone to fall back on, like DTU in the Skylab. Here we have, and they provide you with all the necessary tools with whatever they can. They also fund a lot of startups here. And one of our friends, instead of pursuing courses, you can what our friend is doing is basically he's pursuing an idea on his own, and he has taken that as a special course. So he can pursue startup while taking credits for it, and just we can learn so much from that, because when we go out in the industry, it is a really important skill.
Definitely, and I think so it's also due to the innovation factor being high in like they value innovation much more over here. And we have these sort of, they have made the systems in place to get your idea in, and then give you all the necessary help that they can provide you with, and also fund you if possible. That's a great thing, because I think so getting funding at such an early stage is very helpful for the entrepreneurs who are actually doing it, the founders, and also to actually validate the idea first on a small subset of people, and then if to see if you can actually scale it up and make it like a bigger venture out of it. And of course the collaboration with the industry is maximum, I would say, in DTU especially, because we have all the top-notch companies like Novo Nordisk and Maersk and all those big companies coming in and helping out students in whatever field they want to pursue, and whatever cutting-edge technologies that you can work on. You just have to come and say the idea, just pitch the idea, and if they like it, if they see some merit in it, they will go for it.
Well, we have talked about a lot of positives specifically about DTU. Are there any challenges that you faced during this entire part?
I mean, I think so.
As an international
specifically, I would say, of course, getting used to the life here is a bit harsh. I would say we are the lucky ones, because we came here to study. And we already got a good bunch of people, a good bunch of friends. I would say that would happen anywhere, but especially in Denmark, as the population is so low, people generally have these very close-knit, the Danish people have these very close-knit groups, and they have these their own who they have talked to for such a long time. Of course, they are very chill and they are very inviting, but of course they will not open up as quickly as what we are used to back home. So it takes some time to get used to it. It's just that you have to talk to them at first. You have to put in the energy, you have to put in the time and spend time with them, have some courses, be in the same teams, attend parties. The party culture here has surprised me. That
it's weird how much you can like connect with people just like
exactly
at a party.
Of course, you can just get drunk once and then be like, oh, we are just best friends now. But true, that the party culture is insane over here. And of course, I would say environment, if someone is very not getting used to this environment, it's a bit harsh for them. You can get sick a bit in the first
Yeah,
first
yeah.
part of the, and you're getting used to the weather.
Be aware of snow fights. When we came in March,
Yeah.
I think so, it
Yeah,
was
the first-
snowing heavily, and it was kind of my, like, I have seen snow before, but it is very uncommon in India.
Yeah.
So it was really fun. We, like, I think so, it was like 10 of us
Yeah.
who were playing snow fight, like other international students as well, and everyone fell sick the next day.
And I still remember because these guys came to my room at around like 10 or 11 o'clock in the night, and they're like, it's just snowing, and I was just watching the snow. I was like about to sleep. I saw the snow is happening.
No, you
And
can't.
then and then these guys just came into my room and they're like, no, you have to come, you have to play snow fight also. I had to get changed everything. I had to wear all the boots and pants and everything, and then we have to go out, and then they again showered me with snow, which it all became wet everywhere, and then I had to change again before I slept off. Then I think so we went to bed at like 1 or 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
I think so. But it is fun. True
Going
that.
to bed. So from that I can talk about housing now.
Oh,
Like
okay.
how we get housing. Some things that I can say is DTU helps you with housing. Personally, as internationals, I think it is a bit costlier for us.
Definitely.
Like there are multiple dorms. There are 3 dorms actually on the campus,
Yes.
and one dorm off the campus, which was in the choices of dorms.
Yeah.
And from them, Hempel was my first choice for
Yeah.
sure. And second, I like, if you are a very outgoing person, a really nice thing is there are common kitchens.
Yeah.
So you can cook with other people in your kitchen as well, and I think so, which was a really nice thing. But personally, I would recommend, if you are coming to Denmark, to live on campus, because your first semester, your first year is the time where you make a lot of connections, and
Definitely.
from those connections, a lot of them come from the people you live with.
Yes.
If you live off campus, you will miss out on a lot of parties, or in general connecting with people, and just the whole experience. Later on, I think so, I've moved out after a year to a dorm outside the campus, and it is still I now live in Nubrogad. I don't know if I ever pronounce it right, but it is right by the lake, and it is a really beautiful dorm. And there I have a common kitchen, and I can hang out with more people and get to know more people. But this guy lived on campus for longer than
I think so.
me.
1.5 years.
1.5 years.
I think so. My idea was just completely opposite of this guy. I was like, I need a private room, I need a private bathroom, and everything like that, private kitchen and everything. So I went to U2, which is a dorm that was just constructed before we came in. It was around 2018, I think, so something that it got finalized and constructed.
Yeah.
So, but the thing was that I didn't know that it would be so. It will feel like a jail. I don't know why. Because in the starting when I moved in, there were not many people in January. I didn't know that January was a like a season to people who go back home and just enjoy with their friends and families, and not many people are on campus at that time.
Yeah.
So when I came in, I was like, it's just deserted. It's just no one is there, and I think so. Very few people were there who were coming in, who were from my batch, who joined with us. I think so they were there, but other than that, I think so it was like very dead, I would say. And then of course this guy came in. Then we used to all his Lundofte he used to live in, and he had a kitchen and all. He also had a private kitchen, but his building was much more social, I would say.
Yes.
And you got to know a lot of people from there. So I used to always hang around there at his place. We used to always be there and talk to different people and like that. But yeah, the thing is, of course, Copenhagen is an expensive city, I would say.
Yes.
And especially the area that we live in at DTU, it has become a hotbed of people living here, and the housing prices just go through the roof. Then
Yes.
compared to that, I think so it's an average price that we get on campus, but it's on the expensive side in general.
Yeah.
So the best possible recommendation that we can give is you stay on campus for a semester. Then by the middle of the first semester you start looking for accommodations outside, because I think so by the mid of semester okay, what is your friend circle and how much parties you are doing, and how many things are doing and stuff like
We
that.
have someone here.
I don't know who is that.
And we go again.
Back.
So we were on the point of talking about expenses, how expensive it is to live here.
Yes.
So do you have some money saving tips?
I mean, I think so. In general, there are very few money saving tips that you can go for.
There
I
are
think
many.
so.
Okay, but
One of the few ones is reducing your rent as much as possible, so you
Yeah.
can go and look outside the campus what you want.
Mhm.
And of course, there is these the grocery shops have these club memberships that you can go
Yeah.
at. You can
Yeah,
take part in for free. So
Yeah.
there is a Netto Plus,
Yeah.
Lidl Plus.
Yeah.
I think so. There is something for many as well.
Yes.
And there is always these offers going on.
Mhm.
Always, and there is this app called I don't know what's the app called. It's something in Danish, but it gives you basically all the offers and all the
Yeah. Too good
pamphlets.
to go.
Yeah,
Too good to go.
no, Too Good
No.
To Go is different. Too Good To Go is just it gets you the
this-
food that they are
yeah.
about to throw out.
Yeah.
That is also a nice money saving tip actually.
Yes.
Having Too Good To Go, you get large quantities of food
Yes.
and at like dirt cheap prices. I would say.
Like for 30 kronas,
Yeah.
like of course it differs from place to place what you will get. You never know what you are gonna get, but
Definitely.
you have a basic idea. So a lot of times I have gotten such crazy things like Danish pastries, breads, some fruits.
Even vegetables you get
Yeah,
sometimes. I
sometimes
think so.
mayonnaise and
Yes.
stuff as well. Like Too Good To Go is a nice app to have.
Definitely.
Coming from that, can you tell me some apps that we should have?
I think so. Basically, you need to have your Meta ID that you approve your
Yeah.
everything on.
That is the most
that you
basic
get once you actually go to the international house. They
Yes.
make you download the stuff.
Hmm.
Then you have Rajis Planin that you use for your public transport
Yes.
to plan your journeys wherever you want to go. It
Raja
shows
Planan
you-
or Dot.
Yes,
I
Dot
think
tickets.
DSC is also there.
Yes, now there is DSB as well.
DSB.
So that's used for trains in and around the regional
Yeah.
trains. So yeah, I think so. Those are the quite a few apps. Your banking app, whatever bank you use.
Whichever bank you use.
Yeah, Google Pay, Google
Mhm.
Wallet, if you want to have your
Yeah. Mobile pay.
mobile pay.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is a really important
Mobile
one.
pay is-
Like mobile pay, I think so is the for Indians. This is the Danish version of
Yeah, Google Pay.
Google Pay.
Yeah, definitely.
Google Pay or Phone Pay. It doesn't have a very huge interface, but
Yeah.
it does the work.
But if you are like my friend here who buys lots of stuff and he wants spread it out, you can also use Klarna to split up your payments.
Yes.
Buy now pay later stuff.
Yeah, buy now pay
That
later
is not
stuff.
a good advice though. I would say no. You need to be economically viable always.
Yeah, one more app which is important is Postbox.
Yes.
Uh,
the
e-box.
And then there's
E-box,
digital post and
yes.
e-box.
Yes.
Go door to door because you get all your mails and all your letters that you
Yeah.
get from the government. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
get
yeah.
it online rather than always changing your PO box and then post box. And
As we
check
talked
it out.
about
Yeah.
digitalization, like a lot of mails you get directly on your e-box, and that is really safe because it is connected to your Meta ID and other stuff.
Yes.
Some money saving tips from me will be cook mostly at home.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like because food out, like if coming from India, I have huge taste palette. So some food here is not the best for me, like the cold sandwiches and stuff. I really don't enjoy them. So cooking, knowing how to cook is a good thing. If you do not know, like learn basic stuff, it is really easy. But yeah, that is a good money saving hack. Apart from that, biking
Yeah.
to a lot of places instead of biking is a huge culture here in Denmark. But what do you think about the public transport in general in Denmark?
I think so. Public transport is pretty good because you get great connections everywhere. It's just that if it's on time, that's the whole point. There are a lot of construction going on everywhere, especially near our campus because there's a new light rail coming up. So there are some routes that are the different, and there's this road closures everywhere here and there nowadays.
Mhm.
So I think so that is there, but in general I would say in the city I think so public transport is nice.
Mhm.
We used there's this passes that you get for a month,
Yeah.
but the prices are a bit on the higher side nowadays, and
Yeah.
you don't actually get international students don't get the student pass nowadays. The
Yeah.
Studikonto.
What was it called?
I don't know what's it called. It was something.
Undumskort.
Undumskort,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Basically, international students can't have Undumskort.
Yes.
Remember that.
I think so that is one of the I wouldn't say it's like a disadvantage, but it's like you can't, as an international, you can't get any benefit from
Public
the government,
benefits,
public
yes.
benefit. So remember that if you're coming here, that
Yes.
even if you get some, because there are in cases in some place that people get when they have not applied for it, and when they accept it,
Mhm.
they can actually take some decisions, or they can put you in some court case or something like that. That how can you take public benefits? So that is a bit of a red line that you don't need to cross basically ever.
Yes. What are your plans now after graduation and stuff?
I mean, definitely over here in like the Danish system, people generally love to take breaks
Yeah.
after getting after a major milestone like completing your
Yeah.
masters or something like that and travel around. But I don't think so that liberty is with us. So just looking for a full-time position wherever we can find some.
Yeah.
It's good to always have some student jobs that you might have done during your
Yes.
masters. That is a big plus when you get out when you have a full degree afterwards.
Yeah.
So have on your CV. And of course, you over here the job market is such that it's very I would not say fragile, but it's very following the market trend.
Yes.
If the market is up, then the jobs are good, and
Yes.
the jobs are going up, people are hiring. And if the market turns, and then just in 1 quarter you will see companies firing people out, especially newer ones who are not less experienced, definitely. So I think so over here the job scene is nice, the pay is good relatively to other countries, I would say.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what looking for a full-time job right now, and working on some skills, developing some skills that you might need, or you can have a plus in your CV always. And there's also these programs that you can join, like First Job Denmark or New to Denmark, and all those where they actually discuss about these
GCCP that we are a part of.
Yes, we both did that, and it was really nice way to get to know the Danish culture around. Okay, how do you approach getting a job? What is the procedure that you need to follow? How is it? Because I don't think so. There's like a interview sort of culture over here.
And it is very different from what we had in India. Like they are not so much focusing on your technical knowledge. Of course, it is an important part, but they focus on you as a person. How do you work in different situations? Like how do you work with a group? That like the social skills are also really important. And one more thing is, when you're looking for a job, the important, like here you can't be just inside your room. Yeah, here you have to connect with a lot of people. That helps a lot, and you have to be like take part into things. Like I think so 4 of our friends who have got their job now after graduation, or even before they were done with their master's thesis. They got their job because they took part in a competition, and through that they got to know a company, and
exactly
they got
they won the competition also. So
they won the competition.
Winning is also important, I would say. That
No.
if you're the winners, then you
Taking part is important.
Yes, you get more merit points if you win. That's all.
Yes. So we are coming to a closing. Do you have any advice that you want to give to the students who are coming to Denmark now?
I mean, I would say Denmark as a country is really nice. It's really good people over here. It's just that you need to be sure about what you need, what you want from your master's degree or master's education from here. It's not like you'll just go with the flow, or how we have in India, that you just there are tons of people going in every single direction. Whichever direction you choose, you'll always have someone to ask about. Over here it's more about finding your own path, your own course list, and your own position per se. I would say that where you want to stand as after you finish your degree, because people here, they want you to succeed. They want you to what you can give to an organization, and what they can give, they can provide it to you. So it's a two-way lane over here. So you have to be absolutely clear in your mind about what are the skills that you want to build, and what are the things that you want to do after you come here. Of course, it's blast coming here. Campus life, DTU campus life is one of the greatest, I would say, in Denmark. You get to meet a lot of people, you get to network with a lot of people, and that's all I would say from my side. People who are coming to Denmark, it's a bit learning curve or a steep curve at the beginning first, but that's just the first month, I would say. Month or so, that's all. Once you start with your general classes and all these, your friend circles are made, you start preparing your food, whatever you're making, and you start seeing how you settle in. I think so then it gets easier and easier once you go for it. But I think so that's my advice from my side. Chillax and just make sure that you go for it. That's all I would say.
I would really like to thank my co-host here, Apte, which I call him, but his full name is Prathamesh Apte.
Yes.
I am Giriraj, and thank you all for watching, and we will be coming up with more, we will be discussing more things here about Denmark, food, travel, where we have gone, more stories that we can add to, and so subscribe to the channel to view for more things, and until then,
for having me as well.
Until then, we say
yes,
basically, which means see you. Bye.